morning. Thank you for tuning in to The Win Show. You don't want to miss this show. I have a wonderful guest with me today. Listen, come back and see what she has to say. I'll see you in a few minutes. Good morning and welcome back to The Win Show. I am so delighted that I have with me today Shameeka Samuels, a renowned designer. Shameeka, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I have been waiting for you to come on this show. If people don't already know, they're going to know by the end of the show the kind of designer you are. Tell me, how did you get started?
It actually started off as a hobby. I was making jewelry, and I decided to branch out to something else.
Okay.
And at the same time, I ran up my credit with Express and Victoria's Secret, just to name a few.
Mm-hmm.
And my minimum was ridiculous.
Wow.
And I couldn't afford it.
Okay.
So what I did was I paid it off, and I started searching the internet to find clothes, suppliers, designers. And I want to say probably like 6 months it took me to find like some good ones.
Okay.
And I just went on from there.
Wow. The name of your company is My Secret Treasure Boutique. That name alone really, it had me thinking, how did you come up with that name?
That's because when we made the jewelry,
Okay.
like it was real personal for me.
Okay.
And sometimes I would be up late in the morning, sipping wine and making jewelry.
Wow.
Mad at the world. But my sister was like, it should be treasure, something with treasures. And I was like, okay.
Beautiful.
I really couldn't come up with anything. And then finally, I was like, My Secret Treasures. And my first logo was actually a treasure box. And it had like jewelry and clothes and stuff coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we came up with it.
Wow.
And that's 2007. I thought about like changing the name because like I feel like I matured a little bit.
Okay.
But it's hard to let go.
Yeah, I understand.
It's crazy because like on Instagram I see so many similar names to my name.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to let go. I don't think I want to change. Maybe just add on another brand,
Right.
a different name.
Right. Oftentimes, I'm even thinking again about your name of your boutique. It has a story behind it. And oftentimes when people come up with certain names and certain things like The Win Show, somebody may say to me, well, what is The Win Show? How did it come about? There's a story behind The Win Show getting started. Like being able to be a blessing to other women, and Women Ignited Now stands for WIN. So that's a little synopsis of how the story. Is there a story behind the name of your boutique?
I feel us as a woman, we treasure us. I feel like we need to treasure ourselves.
That's good.
And I try to, as far as the clothing, to relate it to females, I try to give them quality.
Okay.
I'm a strong believer of quality
Yes.
over quantity.
Yes.
And you should want pieces that last for a long time.
Right. I agree.
So that's the reason why the treasure, it should be something you treasure, And that's probably what it was for me back then. I knew that I wanted to offer quality, and I wanted to be known for the quality things that I offered.
When did you realize you had that kind of talent?
It didn't hit me until when I started making the jewelry, and I took it to work just to show people.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me, how much do I charge?
Right.
And I was like, I wasn't charging, but I asked them, y'all buy it? They said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they started buying, but then they started wanting sets and necklaces, and like they wanted the whole set. And at the same time, my sister lives in California, and I sent her some pieces. So she started selling in Cali, and I was selling here.
Oh my gosh.
But it became overwhelming, and I wanted more.
Okay.
I wanted more, and I kind of stopped making the jewelry, and once I got a hold on to clothing buyers and designers, I just took off. And from fashion shows to photo shoots to styling.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that's when I realized when people requested my service.
Right.
Then I said, okay.
So
now what is it? Almost 11 years later, 2007, I built a name. So I get a lot of requests all the time.
Wow.
But I'm learning to say no.
Okay.
I'm learning to say no.
Okay.
Because
I dare say you learned
situations.
some things. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You are an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur, which is amazing. Somebody could be looking at you right now, like they're watching the show saying to themselves, how can I get started like Shameeka? So the business started, but where did it start? How did it start? You have this talent I just feel that there's a talent that God puts in all of us, and then one day it just hits and it just begins to explode. So here is how was it hard for you to get the business part of it up and running? Because you talked about 2007 and here you are now, 2018. You revamped your website, which was great. What made you do that? Like, what was the?
Well, I'm still revamping.
Okay.
The website needed a step up.
Okay.
It needed to step up.
Yeah.
I'm actually a business major. I have actually 2 degrees in business, but the problem is I never actually followed what I learned in school. I had to do it my way.
Okay.
And not necessarily the right way.
Okay.
But as I was doing it my way, I realized certain things, and I'm like, I did learn that in school. But sometimes we just so hard-headed, you know? And for me, I don't know, I just had to do it that way. But like years passed, and I realized that you have to do your homework. You have to study. Like I have mentors now.
Good. That's good.
I'm constantly on the internet. I'm constantly reading business books. And I'm recording my thoughts and like writing, typing in my phone when I'm on the train. And this way I can go back to them and see if there's any life in any of those thoughts, you know. So as a business owner, like you really gotta work hard. You gotta put in the work. You gotta want it bad. It can't be about the money.
That's right.
It can't be about the money. Right. And when you focus, you can do anything.
That's right.
You know, so
you said something before the show, and it really stuck out to me. You were talking about quantity, and then there's quality.
Quality, yes.
Where are you now?
Right now I'm learning my worth.
Okay.
Because I think I was selling myself short, doing favors for so many. And now like I'm coming with a price now.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I put in work. Okay. You know, over the years I put in work, and I did a lot of stuff for people for free, all kinds of stuff. And now you have to know that you gotta know your worth. You gotta know that people should value you. You know, so that's quality for me is everything.
Right.
You know, that's like one of my favorite words now.
Right. Okay. I'm looking at your outfit today, and even when you walked in today, I was like, oh yeah, that looks good. If somebody came and wanted to talk to Shameeka, this is the boutique. I need you to help me out and show me what I need to get. Where would you start with that?
The thing is, like normally I email the person a questionnaire for them to fill it out.
Okay.
And my friends say I'm outrageous sometimes. Like I would mix patterns and colors and bold colors, and it's not for everybody. But people say, and that's another reason why I started, because people always ask me where I get my clothes from, and people always be like, you can do that. Like you can wear pink hair, you can wear green hair, and you know polka dots and stripes. And when I'm styling, I tell people to give me a chance. You know, let me take you out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
So I like to work with people that like to be out of their comfort zone.
Okay.
Because you can put on black and white yourself. You don't need me to put on black and white, you know? So give me the edge. Let me throw some hot pink and some polka dots and some stripes. So that was another reason why I got into selling clothes. But people always tell me, oh, you look nice. Oh, I like that. I like things that a lot of people don't like.
That's right.
You know? And it's just natural, you know? So that's something. When they come to me, I would be like, you know, let's explore.
Okay. All right. Now, are you a buyer? Like, will you shop for the person?
Yeah.
Okay. So
actually, I just started that.
Tell me about it.
I just started that. I want to say 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I have clients that always be like, "Oh, you never sell my size," so they only buy like the accessories and stuff like that. So when I personally shop, I add my pieces, but I also may go to Zara's. They give me a budget, and I try to stick in with the budget.
Excellent.
I ask them, like, you know, about their favorite body parts, or what's not their favorite body parts, like what we need to cover, what we really about, what colors they comfortable in, what colors they have too much of. The colors that you have too much of, I'm not going to get.
Okay.
You know, so it's a little questionnaire, and they fill it out, and I go shopping, you know, and hopefully, so far, the ladies actually like the looks.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We put them together, mix and match. Beautiful. I'm a mix and match girl.
Okay.
I love to mix and match. So I try to get my clients to mix and match. And sometimes they like it, you know, and then sometimes they like the outfits, but they want to wear them separate, and that's fine with me because it's still the same outfit.
It is,
you know.
So there's inspiration that comes over all of us. When I literally write every day on Instagram and Facebook, and one day I said to myself, and I always get up every morning, and I say, God, what do you want me to say today? Because I really do not like to apply the word of God with it. So I took I wrote many of them, but I took 30 of them and I put in a 30-day journal of inspiration. So if somebody's looking for something, they can do it. But what sparks it in you? What kind of inspiration? Because sitting talking to you before the show, I was so inspired by your vision. And it's good because your focus and that vision is right there in what you want. You know your mistakes, you know your failures, but you also know where you're going. So what is your inspiration then? And then what's your inspiration now?
My inspiration back then was try. You know, I had to try. Don't be afraid to try. I tell it to everybody. We actually, at my job, I work for the city. I got the girls, I'm an office manager, so I got some of my girls to actually do vision boards this year. And a lot of them didn't even know what a vision board was. And I'm like, what? I've been doing vision boards for years. And we have them in the office, all over the walls and stuff like that. And there's so many things that they thought they wanted to do, they put on the board. And I tell them, try. So we have this quarterly, like March, we're doing these quarterly where we self-check each other.
Okay.
To see if we started with the things that we have on the board. So you can't be afraid to try. If it's something you want to do, try it. And if you don't succeed, figure out what you did wrong. Go back again. Now, I got to go back to learning when to say no. 2017 was not good to me at all. A lot of people ask me for a lot of favors. And I did a lot of favors on the strength of others. And get to like certain events and stuff like that I did, and I knew as soon as I walked in, I shouldn't have been here. You know, and even when the last thing for me was Bridgewater Commons Mall. It's a mall in Jersey, a very uppity mall. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that, but they have pop-ups. And they have reached out to me because I also host events. Like I do events for vendors and businesses to showcase themselves to local. And they've seen that on Eventbrite. So they reached out to me and they wanted me to bring that whole thing to their mall. And it was hard to get vendors who wanted to travel to Jersey because it was like a weekend. Me, I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. I wasn't afraid to try it. So I went. I didn't go with people. I went by myself. I stayed for the whole weekend. Stayed in the Marriott, nice hotel. And I stayed there, and the minute I got to the mall, because when you do things like that, you have to get like permits.
Yes, you do.
You have to get insurance. So I did all of that, and the minute I got to the mall, I noticed that we was like in the basement. Not the basement, but the lower level. There wasn't a lot of traffic. So speed it up. It was not a good experience. Like I hardly made any money. Like the cost, I stayed in the hotel. Like the cost was ridiculous. But it was something in the back of my mind saying, "Do you really want to go to Jersey and do all of this? You ain't got no help. You're doing this by yourself." And then the other thing on the other side was like, "We're gonna do this." You know, because I'm always telling people you can't be afraid to try. Yeah, I tried. But now, like I said, I'm learning to say no, lie, and don't be afraid to tell people no. You know, everything is not for everybody.
That's true.
You know,
that is true.
And if you can avoid a mistake, why not? You know, and going into 2018, I already started getting emails and texts and stuff like that.
That's beautiful.
People want me to style for free. Like it was the Grammys, one of the girls from Black China, stylist, had hit me up. And it's like when they say business opportunity, that means free. You know, and it's just like at a place where I'm back to valuing myself, you know, so it comes with a cost because like I lost so much money in 2017, but I was still like happy, you know, and like I said, October came and I was like, you know what, I'm still finding my purpose.
That's good.
And all of a sudden I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and do this blog, and I just shifted to a whole different place where I didn't even think about the loss of 2017.
That's good.
You know, so yeah, don't be afraid to say no.
That's right. That's good. We want you to stay tuned to the Win Show. We are going to continue our discussion with Shameeka Samuels. Listen, you want to check out her boutique. We want you to come back, all right? We'll see you in a few minutes.
Important as we get together, ladies and gentlemen, that we be there for one another. I am a firm believer that there should always be a forum where you can share, and I'm also a firm believer that it's important that if somebody comes, they have to know that they can trust you. And people know that about me. I'm a very transparent person, but I'm also a person that people can trust me with what they say to me. And I tell people there's nothing you can never say to me where I will look down on you, that I'll think anything negative about you. I have my own issues and my own struggles, and many of us on the line today can admit to the fact that we've had our own things that we've dealt with. I've raised 3 daughters.
Welcome back to the Win Show. I'm here with my guest, Shameeka Samuels of My Secret Treasure Boutique. And we've been having a wonderful discussion. She's a young entrepreneur, just telling us about her designs and her blogs. But you got to tell me about this blog. I really want to hear about that.
Okay. Like I said, in October, I decided to go back to blogging. And I wanted to create a blog about lifestyle and about business owners, like I call them boss babes. And I reached out to one of them, and I was like, would you like to be on my blog? Because I pre-launched it in December just to see how it would go. And she said, sure. And I sent her some interview questions and stuff like that. And she sent pictures, and sometimes they'll send me a promotion that they want to add to the blog. And I post on Monday. And I kept on my Facebook and on my pages, go check out this blog, go check out this blog. And people actually went and checked it out, and they liked it, they comment. And then the next thing I know, people's reaching out to me. Oh, I heard you have this blog, and, you know, how can I get on? And I was like, no problem. So what I try to do is mix it up. You know, I have everyone on there from jewelry to body products, a book author. One of my friends who used to work for NYCHA one day just quit, and her and her brother opened a restaurant in Brooklyn Heights. And that people was interested. People are interested in these stories, and that's the reason why I wanted to do it. And then when I seen that it started taking off, and like January alone, it was like 387 views. And I'm not even promoting. I'm just promoting it on social media and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So recently, one of my friends, I asked her to be a spiritual contributor to the blog. And it actually dropped, her first blog dropped yesterday. And it's been doing so good. And we on WordPress, I did the blog on WordPress. And like I said, I interviewed them, posted, I share it with them so they can share it with their friends. And they just tell their stories. Like, I ask them questions for them to tell they why. Okay. You know, and where they at now, and, you know, what's next for them. And then after that, we schedule like a Facebook Live where people could see how relatable they are. They can see and feel, and anything that I didn't ask in the blog, they get to ask them on Facebook Live. And, you know, by me doing that, they actually get more traffic to their site, get sales. You know, it's like, and it's free. Right. You know, we have to uplift each other. That's right. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to sell a lifestyle. And if it includes food, clothes, books, whatever, you know, and I wanted to promote them. And it's been doing really good. And I'm actually proud of it.
That's beautiful.
I'm actually proud of it. So when I really start marketing, hopefully it'll be one of them well-known blogs that everybody knows. Right. But my Facebook tribe seemed to like, you know, they seem to like it, you know. And I think that was it. When I seen people was actually going on their own to look at the blog, I said, oh, I might have something here, you know, so I'm happy. I'm going to get like some promotion stuff like t-shirts and, you know, stuff like that to like, you know, promote it, but I'm real happy with it.
Your style is very unique. What makes you different from other young designers, especially millennials and this culture just starting out? You're very different.
I don't know, since a teenager, I always like different stuff. You know, like I would wear like boots in the summer with shorts. I don't know, like.
But people do that now.
Yeah, and my friends used to be like, girl, just come on. You know, and it was just me, you know, and I like different things. For some reason, when I walk in a clothing store, it'd be the weirdest thing that attract my eye. Because I say, oh, that got potential. Potential. So if it got potential, you could do a million things with it, you know? So after that, it comes the price if it's too expensive. But I just like different things. I don't like to be ordinary. And I think that's why people notice, you know, my style. They notice like the things I like. And now I'm doing more personal shopping and I'm doing more styling. You know, before it was like fashion shows or for a photo shoot. But now I'm aiming for working moms, like, you know, females that's too busy to shop, work long hours. So I'm trying to consider myself a stylist to working moms.
I like that.
You know, so that's like my niche, and that's who I'm focusing on right now. My audience.
I like that.
And you know, some people are like, yeah. So right now, I'm building a portfolio because it's totally different from a photo shoot and a fashion show. Because when you do a photo shoot and a fashion show, you want the extra. Working moms, they don't want all that extra stuff unless they go into like a event, you know. So it's totally different. Now I have to consider them more. When I'm doing a fashion show, my models gotta wear whatever I put on them. You know? So when I'm working with a working mom, I want her to feel comfortable and beautiful, you know, and you know, I want her to continue to look to me to, you know, dress her and stuff like that. So it's a difference. It's a challenge. You know, I recently did one, and I was putting stripes, and I tried to put on another print wash. She was like, wait. She was like, you ain't gonna have me out here. So I was like, okay. So, you know, we moving that way. Yeah, we moving that way.
What's your goals for the next 5 years?
My showroom. Yeah. Nice. I had a few pop-ups, and I had a pop-up shop in Soho for over a year and a half, but it was expensive. And I had to break out. Like, I had to leave, and when I left, that's when I started doing like expos in different states. I wanted to travel. That was expensive. And this whole time I was trying to find my purpose, like I felt like I was losing it. And when people say, you don't have a physical storefront, you know, I miss that. You know, so I don't know if I want a store, but I want a showroom, you know. So that is definitely what I'm aiming for 2018. I'm also trying to leave my city job. So last year, I kind of confirmed that, quote unquote, March 2018 was supposed to be it. It don't look that way. And my coworkers actually wrote that down. So, you know, they've been reminding me every day, oh, you said you leaving March 2018, we throwing you this party. They know doggone well I ain't leaving March 2018. But, you know, I'm in my business to get, you know, stable, comfortable, so I can leave and do what I love. So even though I do full-time, like I do my business full-time. Like I go to bed like 3, 4, whatever time I have to go to bed, and still be up 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work. But I want to do it where I'm doing it on my own time, you know? So that's my aim, to be able to leave my job and just flourish with my business, you know? You have to give it like 24 hours. Like you have to give it 100%, you know? And especially if you want to run your way, you know? So ain't nobody gonna love your baby like you do. And if you can find people to love your baby like you do, then you good. Because finding a team is hard. It's hard. I done had so many teammates that I had to step back from. Yeah.
I understand. Well, we're going to take a commercial. When we come back, I'm going to have Shameeka give final words to this segment. For any young entrepreneur that's out there that's striving and have goals to succeed, this is a perfect example from her passion. And you can hear the passion when she speaks about what she feels is her desire and what she wants to do. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Wen Show. I'm here with my lovely guest, Shameeka Samuels, and it's been such an amazing time just sitting here talking to her, goal-oriented. Just the maturity of how she feels about herself has been a delight. So Shameeka, again, I want to thank you for joining the Wen Show, but I know there's some young woman or young man that's out there that sees your passion in what you do. And that's what I said when I said earlier in the show, your style is unique in how you dress, but also I can see the inner beauty that's within you. But I want you to look into that camera and give some young millennial, an entrepreneur out there that needs some advice on how they can get started or how they can even understand their value within themselves.
Hi. The first thing I would tell anyone who's trying to get out and start a business is to do your research. Do your research. Believe in yourself. Like, it needs to be something you definitely want to do. And you have to put in the work. You have to take time and do it. But more importantly, surround yourself with people who believe in you. People who's going to hold you accountable and keep you focused. So I think that's some good things that you can work on and just go for it. You know, live your life. Live to the fullest.
Again, thank you for joining the Wen Show, and I thank my wonderful guest, Shameeka
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure from My Secret Treasure Boutique. Now, remember what I always tell you guys, the best that you're going to ever be is what we allow each other to become. I'll see you next time.